Leo, welcome to your Aces bonus reading. Yay! A couple months back, I promised all 12 signs that I would do an in-depth collective read, Aces, just in time for New Year's, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Many of you will recognize the old school setup, yeah? There's our power card, our placement card, our Aces as we recognize them. That's what she said. But before we get started, a promo, if you will, a promotion of my own merch, Sassy Scorpion merch, linked off in the description box if you're so inclined. 20% off site-wide. Everything, all of it. My bestsellers to everything. It's all in there, guys. 20% off. Use code HAPPY20. I know. Christina, how do you come up with these very clever and insightful names? I don't know, honey. It's an instinct. I just go with the feeling. Like I said, HAPPY20, 20% off site-wide. Back to it. Aces, you guys. We all need refreshers, so let's go over that real quick. We'd like to look at Aces for the idea or promise of new, but we should also keep in mind there's stuff already in play that ideally it's working, and if not, we should know about it. And then maybe we can make space for new. We didn't even know we needed to, but now we do. And that's what we're looking at Aces today. Sword, wand, cup, and pentacle. So the whole idea here is not to just look at what could be new, but what could be renewed, refreshed, or, hey, don't fix what ain't broke. Okay, so we're going to see all of those concepts here today. Sword, any new thoughts or ideas, or ones that you are already strongly believing in and living by. Okay. Wand, passion, energy, hope, vitality, drive, focus, your particular symbol. Is there anything new there, or are we good where we are? Ace of Cups, same. Any new love? Refresh love. What's going on with the old love arena? And then Ace of Pentacles, any brand new opportunities that we should know about, be taken seriously, or again, once more, are we good where we're at? Okay? We're going to start right here with that Ace of Swords, like always. Take it resonates, leave it does not. But do keep in mind, some of this is feature-oriented. In fact, it's meant to be, with the focus of it being in the New Year energies. Okay? So, some of it is simply yet known to you. But that's why we're here. So while it's easy for me to say take it resonates, leave it does not, frankly, some of you just don't know yet. And that's cool. Once more. That's why we're here. All right. Some of the Ace of Swords, please, for Leo. Some of the Ace of Swords, please, for Leo. New thoughts, new actions, strong truths that you already have in place and you live by. What's going on? News, information. What's up? What's going on? Let's see the Ace of Swords, please. I don't know if you can tell, but we had our third cup of coffee. And I think my vibration picked up a little bit. Let me know if you can tell. What's going on, please? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Two of Swords, the Devil. Six of Swords, good job. Nine of Pentacles, the Fool. Nine of Cups, good job, Leo. Okay. You're still in transit. Don't get me wrong. There's still yet more work to do. We're good. We're good. Can we see what's going on? Okay. So Six of Swords, the Devil, the Two of Swords. There's something here that you have gotten hung up on periodically for I don't know how long. Weeks, months, seasons. You realize that no conclusion is a conclusion. The fact that you've had no particularly new insights on a very difficult issue suggests I don't have an insight on this. I don't have any answers to this. Maybe that indeed is the answer. Oh. Can we leave it behind now? Six of Swords. Can we do a Six of Swords on this? Because at some point it got repetitious. At some point it became ruminous. At some point you're like, I don't know, and I still don't know. It is something that you were working on up here over and over. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not like it was all day, every day. No. But it was often enough that you're like, I'm no wiser for wear. Me dragging this subject out in my head over and over again is achieving no new results. It has become a devilish thought to me at this point. I'm going out of my way to avoid it instead of solve it at this point because I still have no new solutions and I'm becoming a little obsessed with it and it's making me uncomfortable. Leo, what are we going to do about this? Should we just accept the idea that perhaps no answer is an answer? And instead of allowing ourselves to become crazy with one subject. Can we do that? You're damn right we can do that. Then let's do it. Let's leave it alone. It is one of the most challenging things people can experience is to understand that no new answers is an answer. No new solutions is a solution, right? No new insight is your insight. And that takes a while, though. The thing is, the problem with that, when we're working through things, and we still don't have these answers, it can either drive us more crazy and become more obsessive, or we start to realize whatever this isn't meant for us to solve it or understand it at this time. And that in and of itself is not just an answer, it's the best answer. And that's what you're doing. Good. There's something here you're tired of whittling away or your time with or your hours with, and no wiser for wear on the subject. You want to let it go. And I like how you're doing it. It's what I call a peaceful exit. It's just a kind of peaceful relinquishing of this difficult thought process, the mechanics of it, allowing yourself to set it down and not re-engage with it. And that is going to be a practice skill, but if you keep doing it, you will get better at it. Who knows? The answer, the riddle, whatever that is, will present itself, I have no doubt, in time. But for now, take your most immediate causality, take your most immediate solution, your most immediate insight, and work with that. Let's agree to let this go for now. Okay? And I like where you're headed, honey. Sunshine. 9 of Pentacles, the Fool, 9 of Cups. Don't you feel so much better for letting this go? Isn't that gorgeous? Your productivity, when you get past this point of like no return and I'm ready to just leave this behind and accept that no answer is an answer. Agreed. I don't want to be obsessed over this anymore. When you're done with that, your every intent becomes incredibly clear. Ace of Swords. I'm going to focus on what makes me feel secure and stable. I'm going to focus on being open to wish fulfillment. I'm going to be open to that which is right for me. Yeah. It looks like you're going to cross that threshold right around that December-January bracket, okay? Once you realize it, okay, allow yourself to be at peace with it, move away from it. And then you're going to, I'm really going to focus on you, on me, right? 9 of Pentacles, the Fool, 9 of Cups, 2 of my favorite cards for individuation. The Spirit of the Fool, you're going to greet the new year with enthusiasm. I'm not saying all your problems are going to go away, but what you're saying is what you're going to set your focus to, your mind towards, is that of positivity and above all productivity. So here we have that personal sense of self, security, and being open to what is good for you, not what ails you. Yes? A sense of I love myself and this is how I'm going to make myself feel good. This is how I'm going to make myself feel secure. I have a plan and I'm going to stick to it. So again, once you cross that threshold, this will be your new Ace of Swords. Your new focus is going to be all about you, baby, but in all the right ways. Again, personal sense of security, can-do attitude, and wish fulfillment. Very good. Whatever this is that you are allowing yourself to let go is going to free up an exponential amount of space for you. Okay? Up here, your focus is going to sharpen like that. On the material world, your emotional world, your thoughts get really on board with you, and that is fantastic. I love that. We'll take that. Let's take a look at your Ace of Wands, please. Let's take a look at that Ace of Wands. Good job letting that go. But again, it takes time. You have to be in it. You really have to be in it in terms of that mental investment, the mental rumination. You have to invest in it before you realize, oh, I don't have an answer, and I've been not having an answer. I suppose that is the answer. In many respects, though, it's incredibly freeing, as you will experience for yourself. You're not quite there yet. You're still picking the thought. It's kind of like picking the scab. You're still doing it. But you're about to catch on really quick. I'm still fussing over something. I think I'm going to stop doing that. Let's see that Ace of Wands, please, for Leo. Let's see that Ace of Wands, please, for Leo. Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. You're already making that clear to me. 3 of Swords, okay. King of Wands, that's you. Knights of Cups, and the 5 of Cups. Okay. I see you turning down an offer, but it seems to be in your best interest. You don't want to turn it down, but you feel that it's probably best that you do so. That's interesting. You're kind of fired up about this because when it comes to your foundation, you say a lot of your passion goes there. I believe you. You look kind of busy. Okay. You look a little busy. You say a lot of my good personal energy, Christina, and I would expect this from you anyway. Your Ace of Wands, your passion, your ignition, what gets you up in the morning, what lights you, you're saying is founded and grounded in reality. 10 of Pentacles, you're like, my foundation is a huge piece to who I am, what I do, and why I do it, which is good. That means you are a developed fire, which means you know how to temper your passions and direct them into things that matter, such as focus. So 10 of Pentacles requires a great deal of focus. This goes well beyond one's personal home and finances and career. It's also family, community, resources, networking, continuity, legacy, etc. It requires a great deal of fire signs, your natural energy to keep that going. So not to just build it, but to maintain it. What do they say? Maintain, maintain, maintain. Getting somewhere is easy by comparison. So you're saying, yes, my foundation consumes a great deal of my natural energy, but it also makes you feel naturally prideful. In terms of you feeling more prideful about what you have accomplished, achieved, and your own particular ambitions, there is something here you've been toying with, Ace of Pentacles wise, that you could invest potentially. Okay, and it might lend to that sense of ambition. It might lend to your coiffers, and it might make you feel good. But you're also saying, regretfully, I'm going to decline this. It's not too regretful. You have a strong feeling that that's supposed to be the case. So in which case, I'm not going to argue with you. On your Ace of Wands, you have the opportunity to fluctuate some of your energy in terms of to feed the flame, if you will, but you don't think it's worthy. Okay, so again, that's what you call very developed fire, when you're using your natural element in your best interest. That's wonderful. That means you're in touch with your passions and you understand how it affects the rest of your life. And you're saying, I could absorb this out of pride or take this opportunity out of pride. But at the end of the day, you're saying, I feel like it could be a cause of regret. It may not be a large one, but you're saying it would also take away from what you already have built in place. So this seems to be a matter of perhaps a moral decision, an ethical decision. You're like, if I take this on, it might temporarily make me feel ignited. And yeah, it might build up my pride as well as my foundation, but inherently I feel like if I take this on, I'll have more room for regret than anything else. So I see you not wanting to reshape or do anything different with your foundation at this time, and that's coming from a good place and decision in you. Don't get me wrong, it's going to feel good. It's going to feel really good, flattering even, to absorb, if not a new opportunity, as in work, a new subset of skills. It could be some sort of contract that's coming your way, or something that you've been personally thinking about adding. Okay, like adding an addition to your house, like adding something to your foundation. You're like, man, I wish I had the energy for this. I kind of want to. It would be a good reflection of me, but I think if I did, it could be an unnecessary expense. It could be a bigger pain in my butt later down the road. And why? What? Just so I can look like a more developed Leo? So I can have an even more money in the account? You're like, no, whatever this is, it's a good reflection of me. Be it an offer being extended toward you or one that you were thinking about creating for yourself. You're like, I know where it's coming from, and it might feel good for about 5 seconds, but I might regret it later. So I'm happy to see your Ace of Wands isn't really about what's turning you on next. And I don't just mean sex, and that's fine too. What I mean by that is, that caught my eye for all of 5 minutes. No, you're like, I'm thinking about long term, and how I spend my energy is very, very important to you. You're saying it's got to count. It's really got to count. It has to be more than a flash in the pan thing, and it has to be more than catering to my pride or ego. It's got to be more than that. I agree. I think it's good, sound decision making from someone who is clearly a developed fire sign. Okay. No, that's wonderful. And Ace of Wands, guys, see, sometimes you're saying this is what works. And if I add something else out of pride, because I think it's going to work, that's me lying to myself, and I don't want to deal with that. I don't need it. It's almost like you're telling me I don't need it. Whatever it is, I don't need it. I don't need to add the responsibility, or I don't need to take on a new job right now. I don't need it. Yeah, know what is worth your time, energy, and effort, particularly that fire of yours, All right, we're going to switch decks now. Let's see the Ace of Cups, please, for Leo. I think that's good of you. At some point, you got to ask yourself reasonably, how much can I take on? And just because I can take it on, does that mean it's going to help me, right? Later, especially in those opportunities that look so fat and juicy at the time, but how much work do they require on the upfront? So whatever that is, And then on the back end too. Yeah, I mean, that's a very mature decision of you. I like it. When you will make it, actually, if I'm being honest with you, it looks closer to February. I don't think it'll be immediately obvious unless it's something that you were thinking about incorporating, like a new responsibility or a new skill. And the idea was nice at the time, kind of like that, you know? All right. I don't think there's enough there on the table for me to think you're completely restructuring your foundation. No, I don't. I think this is an addition or a swap out like a job. Okay. Ace of Cups, please. I think you'll know more. Like I said, after January, but prior to spring. Let's say the Ace of Cups. That's my opinion, though. That's just based on the timing elements I'm seeing in your cards today. The Ace of Swords, I have to insist, is much closer to the end of the year / January. All right, let's see the Ace of Cups, please, for Leo. This is one of the benefits, I must say, by using multiple points of clarification. Oh, those details. I miss the details. I do miss the details. I really do. You know. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Four of Wands. Yeah. The High Priestess. Page of Wands. Well, that's a bit cheeky. Page of Wands. Four of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. 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 Now's not the time for the end. This I got. There is an interesting motivation here behind that reason for the Ace of Pentacles and why you're kind of declining or showing me conservation from it, not taking that new opportunity. You're saying, Wheel of Fortune, Four of Wands, the High Priestess. Intuitively, you feel your love life is going to change a little bit soon. And that's one, how clever. As I said, it's a bit cheeky. But it's an intuitive feeling. It's not like it's a blunt thought. You know what I mean? There's a big difference between that intuitive feeling, which is very soft and sometimes very vague. It is sometimes a light as a touch, light as a feather feeling. That you have a feeling that a relationship status and your feelings, Ace of Cups, is going to change. And that's one of the reasons why you're showing me conservation on the Ace of Pentacles, why you're not pulling the trigger on it. Moving, relocating, taking another job, adding to, taking away from, whatever it is. You're saying, I don't need it right now. You have a feeling something about your relationship status is going to change from the heart. I'm not quite done with that. It's soft. What are you anticipating in your heart space about a relationship? And it played into your factor. Man, you are developed Leo, aren't you? Gosh, otherwise you might have done this. Maybe. What about your relationship status you intuitively feel is changing that would have you hold back on the Ace of Pentacles? It played into it. Your passion as well as your love. I'm going to get back to that. I'm not done with that. We're going to jump on over here to the Ace of Pentacles because that's been a big point on your particular storyline today. Let's see that Ace of Pentacles, please. I'm not done. We're gonna pick on that one a little bit more because I want to know what it has to do with your anticipation of feelings regarding relationship. Is one changing and you intuitively feel it, or intuitively are you anticipating something new in your heart space? Because like that's kind of influencing my decision about that Ace of Pentacles. So let's briefly jump on over here to that Ace of Pentacles, please. Knights of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Magician. Oh, Queen of Wands. You're tying it up. I tell you what. Okay, you are tying it up. You're putting a lot of things kind of like in closer. There's that approximate. There it is again. Individuation, Nine of Pentacles. You really prize your independence and autonomy. I see that. I really see that. Once you have a stronger sense of autonomy, independence, and you are doing your own thing, you feel comfortable engaging with new opportunities that represent the Ace of Pentacles. You feel more comfortable. I don't need that right now. No pressure on that right now. Let's not do that right now. And that's because you're tying it up in some ways to your heart space. You anticipate a loving kind of readiness energy that's trying to generate in your heart space. And you say, if I add on more responsibilities now, if I switch up careers or jobs now, if I relocate or home base now, it will affect my love life. It will affect my heart space with somebody. And you have a feeling about that. It's hard for you to define. It might even be hard for you to explain since this is further out. But you're like, I'm kind of holding off on my Ace of Pentacles because something I'm hoping, and it's kind of a hope right now, is going to develop for me in terms of love. Oh my, my, my. Your cup is half empty right now. Strong sense of independence, individuation. I don't know where you're coming from. Some of you become more solo here after the new year. Other than that, you're just showing me autonomy in the general sense. I don't quite know where you're coming from. But I'm seeing a half cup here, and it is, you have that feeling of anticipation of your heart space. So we're not immediately triggering this idea of an Ace of Pentacles, permanently relocating, permanent move, something like this, new job opportunity, or frankly adding to your responsibilities. You're saying that can wait. Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, the Magician. You are manifesting for yourself more independence, security, whatever it is you have going on. You're saying that's doing just fine on its own right now. That seems to be a non-issue. Your energy is picking up towards love. What is this, please? Communication for some of you around that time. What is this, please? What is it that you're anticipating? I mean, you may not know yet because it's in such an intuitive, soft space. And like I said, this is further out. The earliest notes are back here at the beginning of the year. It starts to, I see more development around your ideas around February, and this is going into March at this point. You have a half empty cup, but you want to fill it, is my point. Empress, Seven of Pentacles. We're not going to rush that. Strong sense of VIP, someone who represents empowerment, also high levels of productivity attached to this person. We're going to grow something very carefully with this person. It's not that it's slow, it's careful. There's a big difference between slow and careful. We have someone here whom we are developing something with, and that's why you're not anxious to relocate, completely switch jobs. Something here is developing between yourself and someone else. We're trying to fill our cup with this person. You're saying you're good, you're secure, you're personally secure, you're autonomous. You can take care of yourself. But you have a feeling something's unfolding in a relationship with somebody. Strong energy, too. Anything else, please, about this? No, not this one. King of Pentacles. Some of you might have some very strong earth in your chart. For some reason, that was a prominent display with judgment. Okay. Wow, very prominent just on that love energy. There it is again. Ooh. Very strong earth, actually. That's been an undercurrent here this whole time. I can tell that the foundation is important to you, but you're also saying you're secure as a person. You're going to delay any big Ace of Pentacles decision, do you understand? Because something is developing for you over here, and we're being very careful with it. We're tending that garden very carefully. They're Ace of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Ten of Cups. Oh. Okay. Well, that's lovely. You're saying that's what you want your Ace of Pentacles to be? Not about work focus or career shifts or moving yet? There's something here that you consider to be a very worthy investment, and it has to do with someone's heart space, King of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Emotional harmony. Something here is developing in a relationship, isn't it? With a very, very, you might have some very heavy earth tones in your chart, my friend, because up until this point, you were showing me principles that relate to 3D material. 10 of Pentacles stuff. But you're like, I'm converting that, holding that off because something's developing very strongly with somebody. Okay. And you want to make space for it. You want to be open towards it. You want to make sure you're available to it because you showed me autonomy several times. Ace of Pentacles, King of Cups, the 10 of Cups. Yeah, something very beautiful is unfolding with somebody somewhere. And we're putting some good work, time, energy, and effort into it because you see it as an investment. Then that means you're the real deal in this one. And that's beautiful. May it be returned to you. There is an emotional component heavily attached to this with the 10 of Cups. So we really want not just longevity in our material world, we want emotional longevity with somebody, and that's cooking. Good job, Leo. Good job. Very good. I think we can wrap yours up, darling. You have yourself a fantastic time with those aces. I like how your aces are kind of dancing around. Your ace of swords was interesting. That was what you call heart opening. But it was good, though. There's resolve right behind it, and as soon as you resolve it, you let it go. You learn to let it go. You become a very autonomous creature very quickly, independent. This is what I'm going to do. I'm personally secure. Would I like a new opportunity in work? Maybe relocate? Yeah, fine. That can be put on hold. You kept showing me I'm secure. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need, and then also not for pride either. I'm not trying to add this, that, and the other for pride. No. You saw an Ace of Pentacles very differently as a very strong investment. That's that earthing concept. Anything can be in there. And that Ace of Pentacles, you're saying it as I'm building into something, relationship, someone who's important. My cup is getting filled with somebody. I don't want to rush it. We got a good solid investment, however, in what looks like a very loving person and possibly union. Oh my. Spy, watch, inspecting. Who's watching what? Oh, we've been keeping an eye on events since autumn. Not an accusation, don't take it as one, okay? But some of you have been keeping an eye on a certain situation since this fall, which I think we're technically still in. We're just seeing how things are going. You know, like what's the skinny? What's the deal? What's going on? Okay. Self-love, creation, and intentions. Yeah, I see you set that for yourself very early in the new year. And unlike a lot of people, you're actually living by it. It's good. And there it is again. Ace of Cups. You are concerning yourself with love, refreshed. That's my list kicking in hard today. Refreshed love in the heart space. I see that at some point it feels like it's in half, but you are developing it and filling it with someone else. And it's very carefully planned. But you react well to it very strongly with this. You know you want this. Whatever Ace of Pentacles material you're holding off on. Ace of Pentacles as an investment in new love that's strong and partnership, specifically partnership, because there's a lot attached to that person. So it's not just about love and the passion here. You're seeing it as a strong partnership you want to grow into. It represents love, but it shows up in the real world and you're taking it very seriously. You're cultivating the heck out of that one. Okay. And family, growing that family at the emotional level. Okay, being involved. Very good. Leo, honey, this is great. Wonderful. Let's throw on some charms and we wrap it up. Happy New Year's. But yeah, we've probably kind of known a little bit about this person since like now. We have the lotus flower for some of you. The lotus, it's something beautiful is unfolding, by the way. It's the power. The reason why the lotus is such a powerful symbol, a lot of flowers are, is because of its intricate unfolding with the petals. Something that Bell writes looks like it should be chaotic is actually quite symmetrical. And that's the power of nature. And the lotus, once it completely unfolds, you appreciate how powerful it is, how beautiful it is, and how symmetrical it is. But that's true for most flowers. Anyway, nature can surprise us, yeah? We have the butterfly, time of transformation for some of you. 2 butterflies. 2 butterflies. Time of the butterflies for some of you. 2 people transforming. That's lovely. Okay, we have the wolf. Oh yeah, the instinct, the howl. More of that masculine instinct or the masculine intuitive self. So some of you might identify in that way. But that sense of pursuit, but a certain sense of being guided by the night, the moon, being willing to. Hunting, this is something I have to do, my ground, my territory, but goes beyond survival. It's a deep, deep instinct. And then we had the big dollar bill. Like I said, some of you have some very prominent earth in your chart. And then, did I say the letters L and H? Well, I said it again, L and H. Leo, honey, I do hope this helped you. This was really cool. I like how you initially showed me Ace of Pentacles is important, just not right now. And then you showed me a different Ace of Pentacles that was important to you. That means you're seriously investing. You are aware of your own energetic levels and how to invest them appropriately. Like I said, highly developed that you are. I particularly like your opening and how you're going to put the focus on you, your own sense of self, individuation, autonomy, and can-do attitude, because you have goals in you that you simply must accomplish. And good luck to you, and whatever it is that you intuitively feel is unfolding, your intuition further out, once you engage with this and you start building into it, is going to be dead on bang. You're absolutely right. Something is building between you and this person. Okay? I like your reaction to it. It does turn you on, and it makes your heart feel activated. It's a little scary at first, but you really are building into it quite well. Again, it's further out. I'm seeing it closer to, say, March and April in terms of perhaps development and or engagement with whomever this is. Like I said, I hope this helped. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well.